All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Degenerate Draft Podcast. This is going to be a fun one. And when I say fun one, I mean fun sometimes and really, really awful the other times. We're going to have a little bit of an experiment today, kind of like a way to look back at what we thought last year about the prospects from the 2025 draft class and how they played as a rookie and what our thoughts were before the draft and see how right were we, at least in year one. Obviously, these players have a whole career to play out. Many of them will far outperform what they did as rookies. Some of them will do worse than they did as rookies over the course of their career. That's just kind of the nature of it. But it should be an interesting, experiment to see what we thought about them and how they looked in as rookies, and see if it maybe affects our process at all for this year, right? For when we get to our top 50 boards later in the class, we'll be looking at our top 50 boards, see how that kind of shapes up based on how the rookie seasons go. And again, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how that all played out.
Yeah, it was already taking a look. It's interesting.
Yeah. There's some that we will be standing by, as Dalton says, mostly stand by his board. Jake, he did say he was kind of scared to look at his big board, but I don't think it was too bad. And you missed some, and that's all you need to say. No,
you
but
do
again,
miss some.
like, yeah, you miss some. It's part of the process, but again, it's the first year for these guys. We could end up looking much smarter or much dumber than we currently do right now, depending on how you look at it. So, but again, I do think it'll be fun to do this. Probably, it might make it a staple, depending on how this one goes for everybody. But let's start with mine, because I did say before the show that I would put myself in the spotlight first, because this was my idea, and I did not feel good about it if you guys had to start. So I will be pulling up mine here in just a moment, and we'll kind of go through, again, just some things that are notable, in terms of hits, misses, stuff that's kind of hard to tell right now. Take it from there. So let's pull it up here. So I'm actually going to increase this a little bit. I think should make it a little bit easier to see here. I think that looks better here. So I had Travis Hunter at the top of my board. Big shock here. Really bold take by me. So not a surprise there. Abdul Carter is very top two. Ashton Genty, that immediately is, maybe not looking so great at the moment. But a lot of this also has to do with where they ended up, right? Do I think that, no offense, Dalton, Jake, I think you guys could both say that the Raiders' offensive line maybe had a couple problems this year. Probably didn't make it super easy on Genty to be particularly efficient, especially. But that's, again, right off the bat, that kind of starts off part of the issue, right? Is where these guys go. Obviously, has a very high impact on what they look like as rookies.
I believe Ashton Genty had over 800 yards after contact this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, only did they not make it super easy, they probably made it as hard as it possibly could be.
Right.
Like,
so,
I don't think they could have possibly given him a worse situation.
Exactly.
Correct.
So, right. But just looking at the board again briefly, so you can see the top of the board here. Right away, I want to start with where I had Armand Membu, because I was very high on him as a prospect. And so far, obviously, it's 1 year in, I feel very, very good about having him as the top offensive tackle in this class. The traits popped off the screen, the size profile, the traits with that size especially. I think so far I would not change anything about that player in particular.
Yeah. You're right on that one for sure.
And again, sometimes it's not that hard at offensive tackle when a guy just looks like that and moves like that. It's not hard to just say, you know what, I'm going to take that guy and hopefully he's the best one. Sometimes it works out that way with offensive tackles. Like, these dudes have to be freaks, kind of, a lot of the time. So,
Can we just take a second to talk about Hunter?
Yes.
I know we definitely all have him at 1.
Yes.
And the thing is, as great of a job as Liam Cohen is doing with the Jacksonville Jaguars, he is actively ruining Travis Hunter.
Might be.
I mean, I think everybody who knows anything said the ideal way to use Hunter would be have him be your starting outside corner and then like your wide receiver 3, where he only has to know like 20 offensive plays a game. And you can just have him focus on defense and learn 20 offensive plays every week. That's, pretty much common sense that it's a lot easier to do that than the exact opposite. And of course, Liam Cohen decided to do the exact opposite, which makes no sense.
He wanted him on his offense, man. I mean, he's a freak. He wanted him for his and I get that.
I mean,
but again, like if you're not playing them legitimately both ways full time, which you can't do, I'm sorry, you're not going to do that at the NFL level. Then yeah, he probably should major in defense and minor in offense. It's just the better way to kind of manage his snaps, both physically and just from a mental standpoint. It's just easier.
I think part of it, and this is again the situation has a lot to do with it. You can't have him not focus on offense when your best wide receiver is Parker Washington.
Yes, Brian Thomas Jr.'s decline.
Brian Thomas Jr.
His decline this year is certainly part of the problem, I would say. And I assume when Hunter is healthy next year, this will remain the same situation. I can't imagine that it won't be. So we'll see ultimately on Travis Hunter. I don't feel any differently about him as a talent, certainly. So I wouldn't change that. But
if they keep Jacoby Myers, there's less need for him to
this is true.
That wide receiver.
And they did because they extended him for 3 years.
Yeah.
So that should help, hopefully. And hopefully BTJ stops being whatever the hell version of himself he was this year. That helped a lot.
And Washington did look good.
Yeah, he looks really good.
Yeah, he's super underrated.
He looks legitimately great. So I also don't feel bad at all about having Abdul Carter still at 2. That dude rocks. I know the sack numbers weren't there, but we know how disruptive he was as a rookie. Don't feel bad about that whatsoever.
Except for the meeting room stuff.
Yeah, that's not.
I was wondering what
I was gonna pretend that didn't happen, but thank you, Dalton.
We gotta mention it.
Some of those.
No,
I'm
just kidding. No, I mean, hey, man, he's from Penn State. What do you expect?
Yeah.
So
no, it is not talked about enough how the premier edge rushers that have come out of Penn State have been freaks.
Yeah, and not just freaks, not just freaky, but freaks.
Yeah, because there were a lot of rumors about Parsons doing stuff to freshmen in the locker room as well, allegedly. So yeah, the Carter stuff's not a huge surprise.
Yeah. So there's that. But again, Tyler Warren, I know Colson Loveland really came on for the Bears, but I think my takeaway is that those two dudes ended up exactly where they should be. That's my take. I should have had Loveland higher than on my board than I did. I think I had him. Let me find him at 25. So I still had him as a first round player, but a little bit lower on a little bit on the lower end there. But I think both those dudes ended up exactly where they should be, and they're both going to be top minimum 10 tight ends, if not 5 tight ends in the league for a very long time. That's kind of my takeaway with those two. You guys can also let me know if there's any that you think stand out. I think I know this is the problem with this one. So I had James Pierce Jr. at 10. He had a very productive rookie season. I wouldn't say he was as impactful as the 10.5 sacks suggest he was on a play-by-play basis. But I do think he kind of did the exact thing I thought he would do, which is be that splash play, finesse pass rusher, right? Whether or not he can turn that into consistent production, not just, being able to get sacks, but also pressure and do more things on a play-by-play basis, we'll have to see. But he did look a lot like kind of what I thought he might look like as a rookie.
Yeah, I mean, this is every pass rusher that comes out that's that won mostly with speed. Mm-hmm. In college, they're going to come out the speed's going to translate right away. They're still going to get to the quarterback a lot because they're just great athletes. It is now he's got to figure out how to play the run and start to actually get tackles for loss. Sacks are great, but TFLs are probably an even bigger stat.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where he needs to
for sure
figure out how to play all phases of defense.
Yeah. I think too, another name I want to throw out here, the Derek Harmon, Mason Graham thing. Now, neither were particularly productive, especially as pass rushers in the rookie seasons. But all I'm going to tell you is if you watch Derek Harmon play for the Steelers versus when he's not playing for the Steelers, their run defense looks so fucking different. it was ridiculous the difference he made for this team as a run defender in particular in year one. And still showed some flashes as a pass rusher, but yeah, go ahead, Jay.
The production, especially in terms of rushing the passer, wasn't, when you look at it on paper, it's not super impressive, but just after watching him for the first like 12 or 13 games, once he got injured, the drop off was so immense in that front seven, which is crazy from just having one rookie gone. But I think he's got a strong argument to be like top 5 most valuable rookies in terms of like their side of the ball and like their team and stuff. I mean, he was so huge for that defense, which was really impressive for being just the 21st overall pick.
Yeah, for sure. Mason Graham, again, I think as a unit, we were kind of lower on him in general. Compared to consensus, not a ton. Like we both had him, we all had him as firmly like in the top half of the first round. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Dalton.
Yeah, I had him 19 on my board.
So you're close to that same range, and I just don't know if the pass rushing is going to translate. I just don't know if he has the physical traits for it in a lot of ways, especially the arm length and some of the other issues he has inside. But he did plug up the run pretty good, I thought, for the Browns. Like he was still a useful player as a rookie, but that is an example of why like I didn't think there was first of all, I thought Harmon was a slightly better player outright. But even if you didn't think that, I thought that the difference between them was not nearly as big as the draft would indicate, right? Like it's where they got drafted. So that's an interesting one too.
Yeah, I think Graham is proving that he's going to be a guy that consistently grades pretty well. But he's not going to be a game wrecker. And if you're going to spend the pick that he went for, you expect a game wrecker. And I just don't think he's ever going to be that.
And I think Harmon has the potential to become that, not just as a run defender like he has already, but as a pass rusher. I think the traits are there to do it. We'll see if that develops all the way. But he's already at least doing it as a run defender. So, I definitely still happy with having him a little bit ahead of Mason Graham. Let's talk about the one that everyone's going to be looking at if they look at my list. I want to defend Matthew Golden for a second here because the Packers, I don't know what their deal is when it comes to wide receivers. And I understand like a lot of their receivers are playing well and, Golden's rookie and all this stuff. I get it, right? Just watch the Packers playoff game. And you tell me that that's not the best receiver on the team. I'm sorry. Like, I get Dobbs had a really good year. You could very easily say that he technically is the best receiver on the team right now. Reed is super explosive, but he has a lot of issues as a receiver sometimes, especially when it comes to his hands. I just think I just don't know how he didn't get a bigger role in this offense. I know he got banged up at one point too, but I'm just come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky. At times, he looks really good, but also I do wonder if he's just that environment. I feel like he's becoming those other guys.
And that's the thing is that's not what he should be because they drafted him in the first round to not be those guys.
Yeah.
But they turn everyone into the same thing.
They do.
What is happening with the Packers?
They're going to turn him into Romeo Doubs.
Yeah.
And I just can't.
I mean, when you look at the Packers receiving leaders, it's a 700-yard receiver, a 600-yard receiver, a 400-yard receiver, and 2 300-yard receivers. I mean, it's just the wealth is so spread around that.
I'm all for being able to target a bunch of different players and maximize everyone and all that stuff. But you drafted this guy in the first round, and he clearly has the best skill set of any of your receivers do as an actual outside wide receiver. You can throw him the ball 90 times in a year. It's okay. You don't have to spread it around to every single person. It's not that you don't have to purposely do it. If it happens, whatever. But it was just really frustrating watching him play this year because there's also multiple big plays that Jordan Love just straight up whiffed on, throwing him the ball down the field. And I'm just man, of course the receiver I like the most in the draft goes to the fucking Packers. No shit. Of course that's what happens, So that's all I'm going to say about that. Maybe he never ends up becoming what I thought he was going to become because he's with the Packers or just because he's not as good as I thought. But, I'm going to defend Matthew Golden a little bit right now because I think he is better than – especially the numbers indicate and also what the Packers are using him as indicate. So, just that's my big one that I want to talk about. A couple other names to throw out here. and we can say the same thing about it when we get to like you guys' list here. Amir Hampton, I thought was very good this year when he was healthy. Just didn't play a lot. Yeah, just unfortunately didn't play a lot. Jahdae Barron, really good run defender when he played, but he also just didn't have to play a lot for the Broncos because they just didn't need him. Which maybe they will next year when McMillan's gone. But because I assume they're going to let him go because why did you draft the first round slot corner?
I think you could also make the case that he, at this point, should be playing. I think there's a couple guys in the secondary that he's better than right now.
Yeah, probably. So, but I liked him a lot, obviously. Kelvin Banks had a hell of a year for the Saints. I really liked him a lot, too. I thought he was going to be pretty good as a rookie, and he was.
This offensive line class in general was better than expected.
Yeah.
It was good.
Definitely.
Yeah, so the Mike Green of it all, that's tough. That dude was bad.
He had a real quiet year.
Yeah.
That was really tough. McMillan, I was lower on than I should have been. I'll just be honest about it. I just wasn't sure about some of the stuff. But again, he was 18 on my board versus being picked 8th. Like, I'm still not like that shocked by what he did as a rookie, even ranking where I did. I thought he was pretty good. Igbuka, hot start, kind of slowed down as the Bucs did down the stretch. So you do with that what you will. But he was electric to start the year. I don't feel bad at all ranking beside my top 20. Cam Ward. The flashes are there, but how do you really know what you have when you have whatever the hell you want to call that Titans roster around him? I don't really know. I'm not sure. I honestly, you could tell me, you could go either way with Cam Ward. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. My answer is if you wanted a quarterback in this draft, that's tough because the only one that was both good and not concussed is maybe Tyler Shuck. So that's tough. What do you do with that? You know, I don't know. So that's maybe my biggest takeaway. The Shamar Stewart of it all, man. That dude, unfortunately, both missed time and was terrible when he played.
Yeah. Two might have been related.
What a terrible rookie year.
It's tough.
Just from the whole like preseason thing to the way he played. I mean, that's what a bad rookie year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was generally horrendous. Let's speed up a little bit here. Some other names here. Shedeur, I don't know, man. I know Dalton. We'll get to you later with him. I just can't with it.
I really wanted him to be good, but I don't see it. I mean,
maybe it's the Browns of it all, maybe, but I don't know.
It could be, but just the film is just not good from this year. And I know it's the Browns, and he
unfortunately looks like a player drafted in the 5th round.
Like that's
like, what it is.
His game against the Steelers was just a bad QB outing. I mean, and I think some of the throws he just makes, I cannot understand like what's going through his head. Like he threw a pick to the Steelers that might have been one of the worst decisions I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it might be top 5
QB make. And I was pretty high on Sam. I think I had him like top 15 if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think you might have. We'll see in a minute, but yeah.
Yeah, it was disappointing to me just watching this film.
Yeah, that's a tough one. We'll get to him a little bit more. Benjamin Morrison, really rough year for the Bucs, but if you played for the Bucs this year, pretty much. Sorry, man, that's tough. Yeah. pretty much what I would have to say about that. Kevin Winston Jr., awesome run defender at this point. The coverage was interesting, but he didn't play a ton for the Titans. I'm curious to see what he looks like next year. Hopefully, he's a full-time starter. I'm still happy with him. Josh Connerly, back half of the year. Yeah, looking pretty good. The first half, but the Commander's also just a disaster. Just an outright this year. But I still feel pretty comfortable about where he's at in his career. Jalen Walker, I don't know how to feel about because like the way they used him, like I can kind of buy into it a little bit, but also he still doesn't really rush the passer like a normal person.
Yeah.
So like, is he just a weird rush linebacker, or is I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the run defense was pretty sick, but I don't know about anything else. So I don't know. We'll talk about him more because I think you guys were all a little bit. Well, were we all lower than consensus on him, or was there one of us that was with him?
I was fairly high on him.
Okay, I think you might have been closer to consensus then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 13 on my big board.
Okay, yeah, so you were more with consensus, yeah. So you can definitely talk more about that when we get to
My edges were a mess.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Donovan Jackson, I think, was solid. Quinton Judkins, before he got fucking arrested,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, and then he
Okay.
came back and he's like, oh shit, he is really good still. So sort of win. I don't know. I guess I think he's really good. He does play for the Browns, which sucks for like 50 different reasons, but I guess as long as he doesn't do stupid shit again, I'm happy with it. Like I'm pretty comfortable with that. And Jalen Noel didn't really get a chance to play a ton, but I thought he was good when he did. Tyler Williams had a better second half of the year. Don't even talk to me about Caleb Johnson. Get him off the screen. What are we?
Okay.
What is going on?
I feel like Caleb Johnson just had one really bad moment, and then it was.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually that he's that terrible. We just have no idea, Jake.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's good. We may never find out.
Why did he only get 28 carries?
Because the Steelers love Kenneth Gainwell, and he was good.
Kenneth Gainwell became like the best budget free agent pickup, and Jalen Warren is good. Yeah. And Caleb Johnson didn't pick up a kickoff, and it got recovered for a touchdown. And ever since then, the Steelers were just like, okay, you're going to get one.
They give him like one carry in the fourth quarter every 3 games, and they made him inactive the rest of the year. So I don't know.
He got banished.
I legitimately have no idea what to do with that. I hope that we maybe see him play football again. Period.
That'd be nice. Yeah,
he might not though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better build.
There's a chance he might not, but I don't know.
Yeah.
He never really got a chance this year.
No.
Like as good as Gainwell was and Jalen Warren's good, like they aren't really guys that you like. Of all the guys on their roster, the guy you want being the lead back in an Arthur Smith offense.
It would be Caleb Johnson. 100%. Yeah. That's why I was so excited about it. And then they're like, "What if you don't play at all?" And so this is what it's like.
Yeah, I'm just wondering like why. There's a lot of guys that I'm just very curious what's been going on behind the scenes.
Yes, for sure. Caleb might be one of those guys too. So I'm actually, by the way, another name here to talk about before we move on to one of your lists here in a second. Josiah Stewart, I think, has been really, really good as a third edge for the Rams as a rookie. I think he's been very, very productive for them, especially for that role within their defense. I really like what I've seen from him. I'm definitely keeping my eye on him, but I'm happy that I ranked him where I did. Basically, is where I'm at with that. The rest of these guys, like, I'm glad I kept Iman Wari in my top 50 because he went to the one place where there was no chance he wasn't going to be a top 50 player in this class. I mean, holy crap. He's been awesome for the Seahawks as a slot player. Same thing with Xavier Watts. Hell yeah, dude. That dude still rocks. I'm sorry. Falcons defense is weird, but he can play. Like him and Jesse Bates as a safety duo, good luck. If they could figure out the rush with their rookies from last year too. Like if those rookies start to figure it out in the front end of the defense, back end is going to get even more dangerous, in my opinion. So really happy with that. And then, Dalton, I think you and I were the two that had this guy on our list. Marcus Mbow didn't play much, got drafted late, and was really bad when he played. Yeah. It's kind of one of those deals. So we'll see about him. And then
was Alfred he playing Collins, tackle this year? Or?
He was playing tackle.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Probably. Maybe a center.
Yeah,
but that's a different conversation.
He's not a tackle though.
No, I don't.
And I think I kind of like.
Me too. I didn't have him as a tackle. So
yeah.
So maybe it's their fault. It's the Giants' fault. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yes.
And then Alfred Collins, he's fine.
Yeah.
I think the Niners' problem is that they're the Niners and they don't have any players. So that's not that it matters against the Eagles, but that's a different conversation. R.I.P. Kevin Patullo. No. Anyway.
Alfred Collins this year was the lettuce in the shit sandwich that was the Niners defense.
Yeah, I think he was.
It was like, yeah, it's all right, but it's still
it's not good anyway. But yeah, other than that, like I think Malachi Starks had a sneaky good season after the Ravens figured it out on defense. So I'm not mad about ranking him where I had him. Will Johnson, really hot start, did get banged up a little bit, and then kind of as the Cardinals go. He goes, which means down. It wasn't very good the back half of the year, but what are you going to do? Yeah. I mean, I don't have a ton of big gripes with my list. I really don't. There's a few where I'm like, ugh. Like probably based on what we saw of him, I should have had Walter Nolan higher because when he was on the field, he was dynamic, but he just didn't fucking play either. Like, that sucks for him. Hopefully he gets healthy. Luther Burden, you could argue that maybe I should have had higher based on what we've seen from him recently.
Yeah,
but
he's really come on recently.
But then again, it's recently, so we'll see.
Yeah, and also he's still like, what's the ceiling?
I don't know. That's the question.
That's the thing. Like, is he gonna get more productive than this?
That's the question. Maybe if you get rid of DJ Moore, you just have him do the DJ Moore thing. Maybe that's the move. But yeah, I think we've kind of seen a lot of the, unless there's names that you guys want to throw out that I haven't mentioned on here, for good or bad or otherwise. We can move on to whoever wants to go next.
We can get mine out of the way. We can address the Shador elephant in the room.
Yeah, let's bring it up here. Believe this should be the one here. Let me make sure.
Let's just say this is the thing about us doing this show.
Yep.
We don't get to interview these guys.
Nope.
And I think that's really, really important. We don't get to be in a room with any of these people. Yep. And had I got to sit in a room with Shador, or at least had the experience that every other GM in the league seemed to have, I probably wouldn't have had him at 3.
Yeah, and also, to be fair, Dalton's list was a little bit different than Jake's and mine, because I think Jake and I had the same approach of, like, we're ranking them not really position-based. It's more just the best player.
Yeah.
Than it is. So, like, yours list was influenced by positional.
A little bit.
More so than ours. Like, I would not have Shador as my third quarter. Like, even if I love Shador, he wouldn't be my third player last year, is what I'm saying. Like,
it was more like I had Shador based on the tape. I thought he was starting caliber quarter, like a high. My comp was Derek Carr with more upside, but Derek Carr doesn't have the interviews with reporters that we've seen Shador have this year.
Yeah.
So I mean, but the idea is like a plus start, or, a high level starting quarterback potential.
Mm-hmm.
That's a top 10 pick in any class, and that's kind of why I had him at 3 on my board.
Right.
But going through the board, that's a tough one.
Michael Williams, I want to talk to you about a little bit.
Yeah, my edge 1, 2, and 3 there, 2, 3, and 4, not good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad a little bit with the Michael Williams thing because, like, I think you made a really good argument for why you had him that high when we were doing this process. But, like, unfortunately, what ended up happening is what I was most concerned about. I think maybe Jake, I don't remember if you were on that boat too. I have to look at your list again, but I just didn't see somebody who I felt like was going to be an impact as a pass rusher in the NFL. I just didn't really. And I think that there's a place for that player. I just didn't think it was in the top 11 picks of the draft or in a ranking. That's just ultimately what it came down to.
Yeah, no, he might end up being Cleveland Farrell.
Right. And, like, Cleveland Farrell's still in the NFL, to be fair. So that's why I say there's a place for that player.
Yeah.
But I just don't know where you drafted necessarily.
Am I just Mike Mayock?
I hope not, because I feel like, unfortunately, that's not your fault. I think it's just because you're a Raiders fan.
Just Mike fan.
I think they just rubbed up on
a little bit. Yeah.
Because, like, I didn't have Michael, I don't think. Let me double check. I don't think I had him as a top 50 player for me.
I had him at 29. On
yeah, so you were a little bit lower.
So I was a little higher than.
Which is closer to where I think it would have been okay to draft a player like that. But it's still like I feel bad though because like I understand the premise for why you'd have a player like that there.
I did have Genti at 11, but I believe this is why I do let positional value influence us a little bit, because if a running back is going to be one of the first 10 guys off the board, or the 6th guy off the board,
6th,
he either be able to do Christian McCaffrey or Saquon things,
right?
Or your team, and even then, your team still needs to be very ready for a running back.
Guess what? Your team wasn't, unfortunately, though.
No, not at all. Not at all. In no way, shape, or form.
It sucks.
Yeah. So that's kind of why, like, but I mean, that's kind of why I struggle to put Genty any higher than that. I mean, because yeah, he looks really good. He still can't. He didn't win the Raiders. He might have. He might have helped. I don't even know if you could really credit him with winning the Raiders any games this year.
Right.
Maybe the New England
He would have.
or the Tennessee game.
He would have if they would have held on and beat the Bears.
Yeah.
If Carlson makes that field goal, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
He definitely wasn't single-handedly out winning games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
17 Ursary. All I'm gonna say is Ariante Ursary is a starting left tackle on one of the 8 teams left in the playoffs.
This is true. This is true. I will say I think he's improved over the course of the season.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's no chance he's not going to be the tackle for the future there. I don't think that's the case at all. But
he also started way earlier than I expected him to.
He did. He's certainly a player that I don't think should have been asked to do that, and that definitely hurts him as far as looking at him as a rookie. But you have the tackle too. Like he's doing it, but he having a tackle too is the only thing that makes you probably upset because of how good the other tackles played as rookies, right? That's ultimately what sucks about it, is that if he didn't play much this year, you could just say, oh well, they're waiting for him to to break out. But obviously we've seen a lot of him, and mostly it's been not so good. But there's been enough good in there, I think, that he's probably going to have the inside track to keep that job moving forward. So, yeah.
Walter Nolan at 23 is kind of whatever.
Again, like injured but dynamic when he played.
Yeah.
If he plays a full season next year, both of us might end up feeling bad about having him not inside the top 10 of this draft, potentially, honestly. So that's a tough one. You and I both had scored actually relatively high. I thought he had a really good rookie season, so I'm actually pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah, Booker's been all right.
He's been good. Yeah.
Iron Manor.
I had him in the 40s. I think that there's potential there still, but like with that passing game and that offense, like I just don't know what to.
Yeah.
What takeaway you're supposed to have?
It's hard when he probably is the best receiver on the team right now.
Yeah, and like he's not where you want it to be.
He's not you need somebody else that's as good as him at least.
Yeah, or preferably better.
Preferably a little bit better, yeah.
But yeah. I mean, again, Armand Membu, offensive lineman 6, is the one that I feel worst about here.
Yeah.
Just because it looks bad on the screen. I feel, and it does. But it's also like I get why you had concerns about him when we talked about it. Like, I do. I was just like, that's really, really big dude who's athletic. I'll take it. Yeah. Thanks, guys. That's pretty much what I would have said. So
Hairston at cornerback 4 is working out okay.
Yeah, I mean the corner class has really had a rough go of it. So him just being okay is actually definitely enough, I think, to justify this ranking. So I can't say anything at all about that. We didn't see much of Milam, so that's kind of a tough one. Same thing with Cam Williams. We haven't seen him at all. But
Henderson is RB3. I think is proving.
Yeah.
If they would stop trying this whole Ramondre Stevenson.
Well, the problem is now he's been good for like a month in a row now. So now they're like, oh, we're going to keep going to him because he's been good again for like a month. But no, I agree. I'm glad I kept Henderson in my top 50. He was on the cusp. So.
Yeah. Milrow again. I did put a little positional value on
again,
this.
Didn't play.
Yeah.
I can't say anything. Helm was a good call out, I thought.
Yeah.
Then again, right below him, unfortunately. If only you ranked him higher than Helm, that would look a lot. But you still had him in your top 50, so good job.
He was a real nice surprise this year.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
And then the end there, hey, Trey Harris and Jack Sawyer, maybe a little high, but they're contributed on playoff teams.
I like Jack Sawyer this year.
Here's the thing, I didn't, but because I don't think he's good. I think he's in the right spot a lot, which is a good trait to have. but that's the reason why anyone knows about Jack Sawyer this year is because he was literally standing in the right spot a lot of the time. Like he did have a good play in the playoff game. I will give him that on Stroud.
He did get a lot of splash plays just from kind of
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly
like
where he had to be.
He's doing the Steelers. He's like the Steelers personified. Like I'm not really going to do shit, but I'm going to be there when stuff happens. Like that's kind of what he did. And I can honestly like, what better way to be a rookie for the Steelers than to be like that? So like I can't even be mad about it. Trey Harris though did show some flashes. I'm excited about him for the Chargers next year.
Yeah. I do want to kind of shout out one guy that was graded right around these guys, but didn't quite make my board that I feel pretty vindicated on.
Okay.
Made some all rookie teams. Deion Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could not believe how much better he was as a rookie than he looked in his last year at Kentucky. Like I know he was dealing with stuff his last year.
Yeah.
But he looks night and day different to what he did in Kentucky. Like it was crazy.
The end of the day, when you're that big and you're that athletic and you get off the ball that well, it just nothing else really matters.
I guess it doesn't. Yeah, like that's good for him, man. He was really good for the Bills so far this year. Like, yeah, I'm curious to see what he looks like moving forward for sure. Like, can he get better, especially? But yeah, that I do remember you being higher on him than we were. So
I
that's
needed that
cool.
win after I did not do at the top.
Yeah, I mean,
at the top of this class.
That'll happen sometimes. All right, Jake, you ready for yours here?
Yeah, let's get it over with.
All right, let's.
I'm not as unhappy with it when I was looking back over it. So
yeah, I don't think we overall did that terrible of a job. I really don't think so.
No.
Like we'll bring up our consensus one at the end here too. But
yeah,
like again, like
I'm gonna stand by
this.
where I have Ashton Jenney. I don't know if I would change that. I know we've talked about him a little bit, but
I don't know if I would either because what are we supposed to know about it?
One of the things that I really do like was the way he developed in the passing game. Pass protection and just catching the ball out of the backfield. That was really impressive to me because I think after like week 3, you kind of knew this was a terrible O-line and you can't really get a good takeaway from him as a runner this year. I mean, he did break a lot of tackles and he showed that contact balance that he had in college. So that was encouraging, but he's really hard to judge the running aspect of his game. But that was what was most encouraging to me was him being able to run. I mean, against the Texans, he had like a 40, 50-yard touchdown on a wheel route where he burned, I think it was a nickel corner, if I remember correctly. But
might have been,
that was something I was not expecting him to do this year. And just in terms of pass protection, he was better than I thought. So the stats don't show it, but I'm okay with still having him there, I think. Because if you just give him a real football team to be on, like it could be a pretty dangerous running back.
I think so too. I think you're justified. I think even like Dalton having him lower than we did, like I think we're still justified to rank him where we did from a talent perspective. It's just can the Raiders get enough offensive line talent and changes to make him be able to actually do something, right? It's kind of what
he's already, I think, top 10 back in the league.
Just off like the eye test. Yeah.
Like it's there. It's just it doesn't really matter what kind of and again, this is why you don't draft running back from the top 10 if you're bad enough to be picking in the top 10 because it probably means your offensive line sucks.
Yeah,
that was true.
And also, it doesn't help that your offensive line coach is so bad the offensive linemen have to have secret meetings without him, and you're making the Remington Award winning center compete with Alex Kappa at guard.
And also not playing 2 third-round rookie offensive linemen also. Even though everybody else is playing is absolutely horrible.
Because you insist on playing Stone Forsythe at left tackle all year.
Stone Forsythe was the worst tackle I've ever seen before the Raiders signed him. I want to reiterate that it was before the Raiders brought him on because if I want everyone who wants to see what it's like to be playing with a tackle that is actually legitimately hurting your football team, to go watch the Seahawks I believe it was the second 49ers game last year with the Seahawks. Stone Forsythe gave up like 15 pressures to Nick Bosa. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure he gave up more pressures to him than anyone's ever allowed in a game before since they've been tracking the stat. It was something like that. It was definitely double digits. It might not have been 15. But it was the worst tackle game I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's who the Raiders decided was the best option left tackle when Colton Miller went down. I pray for the Raiders sometimes, man. And I don't even do that. But
yeah,
you kind of have to.
Yeah, I think he either led the league or was like top 3 in like most sacks allowed.
Yeah, I would believe it.
So yeah, let me see.
He had 11 sacks allowed according to PFF.
Yeah. And
So
that sucks. Keep in mind he didn't play the first like 4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
so
and
it was
and on top of that, horrible in the run game too.
Yeah.
Which is why, Genty, the offensive line that Genty played behind this year is going to go down in history as probably one of the worst, probably the worst all time.
Honestly, his Boise State offensive line might have been a little better than
might have been
running behind.
Might have been. By the way, so there was a 3-game stretch last year for Stone Forsythe. It was actually it wasn't as bad as I thought against the Niners. It was worse against Detroit. He gave up between the Detroit game and the San Francisco game 19 hurries and 22 pressures.
Yeah. But God forbid we let what's his name, the rookie from William and Mary? Why can't I think?
Charles Grant.
Charles Cross.
God forbid we let Charles Grant play over
Charles
him.
No, you can't. He couldn't have been worse.
There's no way.
What's the point
No,
in not trying? My thing is, even if you think he's worse, why not try to see? Like, what's the harm in? It's not. What is he going to do? Give up more sacks?
Not really.
I don't think so. Probably not. Yeah, I don't know what the point is. Then again, with the offensive line coach the way he is, maybe he would have just turned around and stared at the quarterback and let the guy sack him. I don't know.
No.
There are plays like I mean, the NFL film watchers breakdown.
Oh yeah,
is the best where
it's
he
awesome.
just explains just how on every play they have no idea who to block.
Yeah, it's really incredible stuff. That's not how that's supposed to work. Just so everyone knows.
Like even Dylan Parham, who before this year was a legitimately okay.
Yeah,
guard.
solid. Not something you're looking to replace without it being.
Same with DJ Glaze.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, DJ Glaze, solid rookie.
Yeah, they both looked like they had no business on an NFL field this year, and it's hard to tell if they just regressed that much, or if Brendan Carroll shouldn't be coaching high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took Parham and Glaze, 2 players that fans were rightfully excited about.
Yeah, objectively these are solid.
Objectively,
pieces,
just made them bad players. It's kind of crazy, the regression.
He got hit with that oops got important at work situation. And didn't know what to do with it, and this is what the result is. It's more Raiders pain. So I apologize to both of you for that.
Yeah, but I mean, it legitimately did ruin Ashton Genty's rookie year. You probably would have been rookie of the year if he played on any other team in the league.
Maybe any other. Legitimately, I mean, the efficiency wasn't always there either. But Judkins had a better rookie year. He played for the Browns.
Yeah, who had an almost as bad offensive line.
Exactly, but their problem was their players didn't play, and they're also bad. The Raiders' problem was that their best player didn't play, and the rest of the players, who may or may not be bad, were being coached by someone who probably knows about as much about it as me. And I'm sitting in my chair right now.
Probably less, honestly.
Yeah, maybe. It depends on maybe.
I mean, let's put it this way: he has not really moved up. Brendan Carroll has not moved in the world of coaching much beyond offensive line coach. He's gone from college offensive line coach to NFL offensive line coach in 20 years in coaching, plus the connections of his dad. that tells you
Sometimes
the only reason
even
he's still
nepotism
there.
isn't enough.
Yeah, nepotism is the only reason he's employed. Period.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tough. So Jake, you're bored.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna shout out a couple things real quick. You were right about Tedero.
Yes.
Putting him at 7.
He is one of the ones I'm happy about.
Yeah, he was sick for sure. We should talk about Will Campbell for a minute because all of us had him very high, and I think we didn't talk about him at all. I think my biggest takeaway is that he is a solid left tackle. I think he'd be much better as a guard.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what
Yeah.
it comes down to. Would I rank him there again if he was going to be a starting guard for someone? Probably. Would I rank him there as a tackle, knowing he's going to be a tackle? No. Probably knock him down a couple spots.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Like I'd probably have him as like the 4th tackle, but
Yeah.
maybe still one of the top
Yeah.
3 offensive linemen if he was a guard.
And the thing is, like, at the end of the day, it's arguably harder to find an above average left tackle than it is to find an elite guard.
Right, so it might still
Yeah.
be more value for them to keep him there for as
Yeah.
long as he holds up there, and I think overall he did hold up. So we'll see with him, but I just again like that's really the only question with him. I think the ranking is mostly fine.
He's gonna play forever in this league, though.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna play a decade at left tackle, and then continue to play for another 5 to 8 years as a Pro Bowl caliber
Yeah,
guard.
just quietly move into guard and just still be good.
Yeah, kind of like I mean, that's Kyle Long started out as tackle, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And then I think injuries especially started to kind of limit
Yeah.
him a little bit, and he had to move inside. But yeah, so just wanted to throw him out there because we didn't talk about him at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little high on some of these corners. I fell for the Shamar Stewart hype.
Yeah,
So that
you and I
would-
both
that would
kind of
hurt. I'm a
got
little
dinged
too
on
high.
that. Yeah.
I'm so happy with Cam Ward there. I actually was. I have a
Yeah.
pretty positive view of his rookie year. I think he was just
Yeah,
on the
the
Titans.
flashes were really good.
But
Yeah, I mean the flashes, the NFL talent is just screams with him. Like,
Yeah.
you could tell. Like,
Yeah.
There was like one play every week that he would make that was
Right.
just insane.
Yeah. So we'll see with him.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see him with whoever.
Yeah. It's
Titans
hard to
decide to
tell
hire.
with him because we don't. The one question mark on him is his ability to play within rhythm in an
Mhm.
offense, and the offense was
Yeah.
so bad he really
There's no
couldn't
rhythm.
do that. Anyways, like
Yeah.
he one didn't have time to throw a lot of times, and 2, there was nobody open right away, so he couldn't just like actually go through a progression. He had to run around and create because Ioman Orr's being locked down by a team's starting corner, and everyone else sucks.
And Chimere Dike is doing his best, but he's a really good punt returner, kick returner, trying to play number 2 receiver.
Yeah.
It's just it was a rough go for the Titans, man. Like
Yeah.
hopefully they figure that thing out.
And then- Yeah, I mean Tyler Lockett was arguably their best receiver at one point.
Lockett, man. Any other names here that you think stand out? Here?
Probably should have had Shador lower, but we've already talked about him.
We talked about him.
A bit.
Yeah.
Definitely should be more of a gap between him and Ward, I think.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Where did I have Egbuka?
22.
Oh, he's
So
right.
you're right there with me, and I
Yeah.
think Dalton
Definitely
had
should have
him,
been.
Yeah,
I
I
was
higher.
was a
9 or
little
18?
higher, I
I think
think.
18. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was you. Yeah, we all had him in the same range, and I think he overall, like his totality of his rookie season, I think reflects his ranking pretty well.
Yeah. And I don't really
yeah.
I'm not really too concerned about him having a quiet end of the year because
No, there's
that
so
whole
much
team
wrong with
kind of
Bucks,
fell off.
dude.
Yeah, there's so many things
God.
wrong, so I feel like it's kind of hard to put that on a
Yeah.
rookie receiver.
The Bucks were
But
just.
he's
so
very
bad.
encouraging. Yeah, that was an insane fall off
It
from
was.
that offense.
We haven't talked about Kenneth Grant at all. I know.
Yeah.
I think you were lower on him, Dalton, and so far I would say you're certainly closer to where he.
I had him at 33. Yeah,
Yeah, I had him in the teens.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think you had him in the teens too, Jake. Let me
Yeah,
see.
Yeah. Yeah,
kind
he's
of like
18.
Graham, but not as good.
Yeah, I think that he has he really, as someone who now covers the Dolphins, I think watching him, I think his back half of the season was really promising, but the first 10 games or so was so bad that it's kind of like you just don't know
Yeah.
yet with him. And it's kind of not that surprising, though, even ranking him as high as Jake and I did, because like he is a very much like toolsy player that you have to develop into something. We'll see if he can do that, with the Dolphins or not. But I think physically he has all the goods, but just didn't really show up as a rookie so far. Let me see here. Any other names? Jake, you can let me know.
Did either of you
Well,
guys?
that's a little lower on Golden. What'd you say?
I was gonna say, Jake, did you end up having Schweisinger in your top 50?
No, I don't think
He was the guy that I was most upset that I didn't have in my top 50 because he would have been like 51 or 52.
I was definitely too low on him.
Yeah, I think we
I
all were.
don't think
He would have been the first linebacker off the board that I didn't have in my top 50. And he would have been only the second true linebacker I had because Walker was technically an edge for me, right? So
Yeah.
he would have been like if I did a top 60, would have been in my top 60, but it's still too low for him. He was awesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
definitely something to
he was impressive.
Yeah, keep in mind there. You had Iron Manor a little bit higher than I think both Dalton and I.
Yeah,
Which I don't know if I hate that yet. That's one of those ones too. Golden, based on his rookie year, I think you're right so far, but we'll see.
Yeah, with Io Manor, I would have liked him to do a little more as kind of being the first guy, but I think he really is just one of those guys that needs another receiver on that team. Like he cannot do it all himself.
Not a number one. You're the high man on Xavier Watts, which so far again I think correct. Like I had him in the
poor Jack Betch never got it.
Yeah, dude, I'm still mad about that for you guys. Like, what the hell? The Raiders pissed me off, dude. I'm not even a fan. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. You guys know. It's like I'm not telling you that you don't know, but I love.
There were times I forgot he existed this year.
Oh, I do see one that unfortunate.
Yeah.
Landon Jackson.
Yeah.
That's
a tough one.
Ooh.
Man.
Him and Caleb Johnson being within 3 spots of each other is a tough little section right there.
I didn't play for my team group. Here. Yeah. It's tough.
Shout out Jake for having Ravel in his top 50.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was a little outside for me, but once he was able to play, really, really good.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be
excellent.
I think he'll be pretty good for the Cowboys.
Yeah. Again, the Cowboys they got
draft well.
They got Booker.
Mm-hmm.
How do they draft so well? Like
and they're so bad.
Who is running? Whoever is in charge of drafting for them needs to run the whole team.
Correct. I believe it might be Will McClay is his name. I think he's director of like scouting or something. I don't think it's Steven by himself. I think the actual there's a brain trust there, but I'm pretty sure his name is either McClay or McKay. He's the one that I think is like the actual like scouting director.
He needs to be the GM, and Jerry needs to be locked away.
I'm pretty sure he's the GM in all but name. They just don't give him the title because it's Jerry.
Well, because Jerry has final say over everything.
Right. And he just has to convince him, like, Jerry, listen, Jerry, we can't take Johnny Manziel, Jerry. We need to take Zach Martin, Jerry. And then he does it and everyone's fine. So it works, I guess. It's all the same at the end of the day, I suppose.
We need to draft Tyler Booker here.
Yes.
We cannot draft another wide receiver.
Not if we're gonna get George Pickens right after the draft.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. But you had Nolan in your top 52. I don't know how to feel about that one because I think every time they used him, I was like, hell yeah, dude, and then they just didn't. So
he's one of those guys that you don't really have clear.
Yeah, same thing with again, it's kind of the same problem with Golden of like I think you're better than a lot of the guys playing ahead of you, but I can't prove it because you don't play ahead of them. So what do I do with you?
Yeah. This wide receiver class kind of stank.
It kind of does right now. Like Igbuka and McMillan are the two that actually both produced and were drafted high, and then everyone else is just kind of like we'll have to see. Honestly, like I think almost all of them. I think when the ones who played enough to show something showed me that they probably can play, they just didn't do it. They didn't play. they weren't given snaps. So we'll see if that changes for some of these guys going into next year. Even a guy like Trey Harris, like we talked about him earlier. Like I wasn't particularly high on him, but I think that he showed some flashes with the Chargers. And God knows they need someone to do something on that freaking team.
I'm looking at like my receiver 8, 9, and 10, and it's like, what happened? Like, did these guys play? Like Savion Williams, Restrepo, Royals.
Restrepo's problem was he didn't get drafted because he ran a 4.9 40 or whatever the fuck it was. And then I think when it comes to Savion, he did some interesting stuff, but was like not an actual receiver for them most of the time. And who else did you say? Sorry.
Jalen Royals. Okay.
Oh, dude, don't even get me fucking started on Jalen Royals. I liked him a good amount, and the Chiefs, with all their shit going on, they didn't decide to see what they have in that dude at the end of the season. For what reason? What are we doing? Let's play Juju Smith-Schuster instead.
Fits what they're trying to do.
Maybe
and
not.
Also, I think Andy Reid might be a little bit cooked.
Well, that's a take for another time.
Yeah.
But maybe. We'll have to see.
I don't hate it, though.
I mean,
I bet you don't, Jake.
The system just isn't working.
It's not right now. We'll have to see, man. I don't know. That's going to be a fun conversation for next year.
Yeah.
No, but any other names you want to throw out here, Jake, while we're here?
I think we've covered pretty much.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that none of us had that like a Schweizinger that like we should mention?
I'm trying to think. Let me see, because
I'm forgetting his name, but he's on the Chargers.
Gadsden. Gadsden. He was really good.
He came out of nowhere.
I was a little bit of a Gadsden hater. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like fake ass tight end. I don't like you, but I'm being mean. That's not fair.
Yeah,
I was kind of being an asshole. Oh, I will say somebody who I think I wish would have played a lot more, but I thought looked good when he was on the field. T. Ferg, my boy.
Yeah,
thought he looked pretty good. The tight end, Terrence Ferguson, but he didn't play much. Mason Taylor had a solid year. Oh, Kyle Monangai, dude. Yeah.
He was impressive.
I mean, that's our fault for not even our fault. Like once he went to the Bears, it's like, all right, like Ben Johnson, woo. Oh, Cam Scatterbo.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because did we bully you to get him off your top 50, Jake?
Yeah, I think I put him off just because of the concerns of like, what is this guy going to do in the NFL?
Right. And it turns out you were right, and we were bullying you for no reason. So
yeah, but I still should have put him in my top 50 though.
I do still wonder like how sustainable his career is.
Oh, for sure. He won't last long enough for it to look that bad for either of us, Dalton. But when he was on the field, I was like, oh shit, he's still fine.
Yeah. Like if he's still going to be in the league in 2030,
I don't know, but
the question.
It'll be fun when he's on the field. I'll say that much. I think just receiving ability.
He will be because he just does not care about like.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
He'll have a few good years and then disappear and then have a Peyton Hillis reemergence.
Woody Marks.
Yeah, just get that one Madden cover.
The running back for doing that.
Yeah, Woody Marks.
So there's that. I'll say that.
Woody. I actually had him decently high.
I don't remember if I watched him even for our running back rankings. I'd have to go back and check. It's not ringing a bell, but that doesn't mean anything necessarily.
He was my running back 14. Okay, so I wasn't that high on him. No.
So I would say Tyler Shaw too.
Oh yeah. I mean, shit, man.
I know we kind of talked about him earlier, but he definitely should have been on my.
Yeah.
But he was actually he was better than I thought he was going to be. I have to eat a little bit of crow with him.
But he also should have because he's
he
26.
Definitely was. Yeah.
So here's my problem with that one, Dalton. I get what you're saying, but like he didn't play more games than anyone else did, like in college. Like it's not like he played for 9 years in college or something stupid, actually played all the games, and it was one of those weird COVID thing. He just didn't get to play that much until he was 26. So I'm not saying he didn't have an advantage to some degree just being older, but he still didn't play a lot of games in college. And I think honestly, watching him, I didn't rank him for the quarterback episode we did because it was very early and I didn't really get to him very much. But as the process went on, I did like him a good bit. I thought that he's someone that should go on day 2. And he does, a little earlier than I thought he should have at the time. But guess what? Turns out we were probably wrong about that one. So
Yeah, I mean, we were. I don't think anyone expected arguably the 2 of the top 3 quarterbacks this year would have been Shah and Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Didn't have that on my bingo board.
I had Jackson Fart at like number 9 on my quarterback rankings. We'll see about him.
For me, but yeah, I get it.
My problem with him, and maybe I'm just being a hater still. When I watched him play this year, I'm like, yeah, is this going to work for any length of time?
No, absolutely not.
Like the things that people are excited about with him, they're not going to, he can't keep doing them. Like if he wants to play for 10 years, he can't do it. So what is the version of Jackson Dart that's going to be playable for a length of time? I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to rain on like Giants fans' parades, but like he had like 4 concussions or 3 concussions this year or something like that. I don't like confirm that I know of. You can't play football the way he plays football. You can't do it.
Him and Scadaboo both.
Yeah.
Right. They're going to play 5 years together and then retire to some oceanfront property.
The best case scenario for Dart's career, and I know like talk about the Raiders too much, but the best comp I can have, the best case scenario.
Back to what you know.
Rich Gannon.
Oh, Rich. So he'll be an MVP when he's in his 30s. Yeah. So.
And whose career was ended by concussions as soon as he became like a full-time starting quarterback.
As soon as he was good. Yeah. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there because like Dart, I'm pulling for him because he's fun when he's doing his thing, but like I just don't know if any of the things he does can exist in the NFL.
Correct.
I just don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anyone else we can shout out here. I like Jackson Hawes' blocker, and he was really good for the Bills this year. But
this tight end class, I mean,
kind of sick.
One of the best ever.
Yeah, might be the best. I'd have to think about it for a while to think of what's better.
I mean, Warren, Fannin, and Loveland are already probably gonna all 3 be like top. They're probably all 3 top 10 tight ends in the league, maybe.
I just died for a second, by the way. I don't know what happened. Anyway, guys.
Yeah. And then Helm looked good. Gadsden looked good. Taylor looked good. One that I was higher on was Lockie. I don't think he did much.
I don't even know if he played. Did he?
Yeah.
Did he get injured? Maybe again.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough.
But I mean, overall though, great tight end class.
Yeah.
And then just for fun, we're gonna take a quick look at our consensus one. Not that it's going to probably change much for us, but just going to throw that up here too. So we have any notable admission or like with the combination of things here. I know there was some, I think, at the end. We didn't talk about John Campbell. I thought he was really, really good in coverage. And I think he's going to be an awesome linebacker next to Bond next year.
Yeah.
That's kind of my takeaway. I think we're all very similar on him, obviously, because we're still out of the top 14.
And the perfect situation.
He did. It's actually kind of the Eagles did the Eagles thing, right? That's what they did.
Yeah.
So, I think overall, like the Mike Green of it all still sucks. I just, edge class.
He was a big disappointment this year.
Yeah, the edge class.
Was just
I don't know.
In the Ravens games I did watch, he was just so non-impactful.
My favorite name that gets in here is the Wyatt Milam, thanks to Dalton, because he just didn't have to play for the Jaguars. But like, I don't know, maybe he'll be good. I don't know.
Yeah,
he might be good. Here's something I did want to check real quick because I forget how much he actually ended up playing, but I feel like I didn't hear much about him this year, so I wanted to see. Someone that I liked a lot, and he actually played more snaps with. Well, yeah, Alexander for sure. He didn't do a whole lot this year, I'm pretty sure. He didn't have a great season. But one name I want to shout out that wasn't in my top 50, but I think I liked maybe more than you guys in the defensive tackle ranks. I have to go back and check. Jamar Caldwell had a really good year for the Chargers.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot. I thought he had a really solid year. So just wanted to throw him out there too.
Yeah, I think you were the highest of us.
I think so.
Him.
I'm pretty sure. Not in my top 50 or anything like that, but I did like him a lot, so I wanted to shout him out.
Yeah, I think I was just lower on him just because I don't know if he is more than did he do anything other than just zero tech?
Let me see his snaps because I wanted to check. That's why I was checking to see how much he played because I know he looked very good, but I don't remember where he lined up.
That's why I had a 4th round grade on him, just because I was all he was gonna do.
Let me tell you right now. So if we go to snaps, looks like he played. Let's see. Mostly played on. No, actually, I think he played mostly like 3 tech. It looks like. Let me make sure I'm not missing that here. He played 374 of his snaps in the B gap. So actually, no, it's a lot of A gap, B gap alignment, and then some over tackle stuff too. So it probably more of a 3 tech though overall if he's lining up in the B gap a lot of the time. Didn't do a ton as a pass rusher, which I didn't think he would as rookie, but yeah, the run defense grade was very good too. So he's been a pretty good player. So, but so
one guy that we did talk about, I think on the show, I don't think we were that high on him, but I was like going through some of the lists. Jonas Sanker.
Oh, I liked him a good bit actually. Yeah, I remember.
I think we definitely
we did a short about him on the channel actually.
Yeah,
that's right. We did. And 2 picks, 80 tackles as a rookie.
Solid rookie season. I remember seeing him make a couple of plays for the Saints. I was like, all right, hell yeah, dude.
The Saints low-key had a really good draft. They'll
do that and then they won't do anything with it.
No.
Which is the problem. Maybe they will now that they're not in like the absolute hell that is whatever the hell they were doing before they blew it up, but a little bit blew it up. But yeah, like that, they did do a good job. I think Sanker was safety 5 for me.
Yeah, he was 7 for me.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I had Starks, Winston, Watts, Eamon, and Sanker in that order. So,
see, I had that same top 4, and then I had Ransom and Makuba.
Gotcha. Which I mean, Makuba, he had an interesting year.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
It's a word for it. Started off really well, I thought.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Billy Bowman Jr. tore his ACL. I think ACL or was it Achilles? One of the two for the Falcons.
Like that, yeah.
So that's unfortunate. But yeah. Any other names we want to talk about here?
I don't think.
We've definitely taken time to talk about a lot of them.
Yeah. I mean, no one that was like. I feel like a lot of the guys that like were like the top rookies this year. I feel like we at least like. I don't think there was anybody we missed.
Not like truly missed.
Yeah.
I think. Like especially like that were even close to being consensus top 50 players, right? Like that wasn't more of a hindsight situation, So in general, I thought we did a pretty solid job. Again, there's some certain misses, especially again. This is all based on the rookie seasons. We'll see how these players kind of play as we go along. But in general, I thought we had a pretty solid go of it this year.
I was looking earlier today at the ESPN All Rookie team.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody. The only guy on the list that I'm seeing that we didn't talk about, and they only put him in because he was the only center that played. Jonah Monheim.
Oh yeah, good old Jonah Monheim, 32, like not even 30-inch arm Jonah Monheim or whatever his problem was.
Yeah, but he's the starting center on the all rookie team for ESPN because he's the only one that played. He played 187 snaps at center this year.
Wow.
The second team is Drew Kendall of the Eagles, who played 25.
God, 25. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, Grace Abel is the name that we didn't talk about. I thought he had a solid rookie season for the Seahawks. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Johnson made made the all rookie team at corner.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty solid. Just again, can't stay healthy. And then Quincy Riley also was one of the corners. We didn't talk about him.
We didn't talk about him at all. I don't remember if he made my list at all.
No, or the nickel Jacob Parrish.
Oh yeah, he was actually pretty okay.
Yeah, this is just the ESPN list.
Yeah,
So,
I thought he was okay though too with Quincy Riley. I thought he was pretty solid. The Saints again, good job by the Saints. So
yeah, the Saints nailed it. Yeah, but this is Ben Solak's list.
Oh, good old Benjamin.
Yeah. Trying to Tate Ratledge and Dylan Fairchild, the Georgia guys, both made second team.
I mean, they played a lot. I mean, I think Fairchild
Yeah.
especially had a decent back half of the season, but struggled to start. Ratledge, I thought was fine. Nothing to write home about though.
Wow, a Niners defensive player made second team nickel.
Stout. Yeah, up and stout. Yeah, actually not bad for him either.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
An otherwise horrible Niners defense.
Hey, that's a horrible Niners defense is probably going to the Super Bowl the way they're going. So,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Literally anyone can come out of the NFC right now. It's stupid.
yeah, for sure. But
Caleb Williams looking like might be Aaron Rodgers.
oh,
Really trying to pretend to be, anyways.
he's doing his best impression so far. I'll give you that. But last thing, if we want to, we've had a decent show already. Jake didn't get to do this last week. I don't know when we'll be doing our next one. I'm down to, as long as we try to do it in a reasonable amount of time, run through a mock draft if we want to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Jake didn't get to do it with us last time, and we'll go just around the horn. Like we'll talk about a little bit if we want to, but we won't spend too much time. We can each make a pick as we go along. So someone will get the short end of the stick technically, I think, and make what it would be 10 picks instead of 11. But whatever, we'll get there when we get there. I think last time we used the Draft Professor mock draft. I haven't tried the Pro Football Network one. I've heard a lot of good things. Yeah, it's a free one, which is nice. I do have access to PFFs, and because we're doing all the picks, it wouldn't matter that much if we use PFFs. But we'll try a different one this time. So let me bring that up here. Maybe this will be a good one to use as well. Sometimes we'll have to see. I haven't looked at their rankings, so we'll see. All right, so. Okay, so we're not going to do drafts or not. Yeah, draft. We're not going to do draft. We're not going to do trades because that is too, ridiculous at this point in the year. We don't even know the full draft order quite yet. But I think this one is updated to today. Yeah, because all the teams that are eliminated are in here already. Yeah. So Steelers are picking 21. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's good to see. I suppose we'll kick this off obviously with the Raiders. I have a feeling you both, whoever wants to start the draft can start the draft. I'll go third. I'll just tell you now, to let you know, because I think that would mean I get the short end of the stick. I think I would get 10 picks then. But whichever one of you wants to start, I know what you're going to do, I assume, but still, whichever one of you wants to start.
Up to you, Jake. If you want to have more fun with mocking, I can take the obvious one.
I'm also going to take the obvious, but
yeah.
I'll just take Mendoza.
Okay, so you'll make this pick then. Okay.
Yeah.
Mendoza it is. Jets. Dalton, this is you. We don't know yet if Dante Moore's in the draft. He has to decide by, I believe, tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if he is. I kind of hope he is, because then we have someone else to talk about when we do quarterback soon. And I don't want to just talk about Mendoza, but I don't know.
Yeah. Otherwise, that's pretty much all we're talking about.
Yeah, I have to scrap for 10 guys to watch at this point as it is, so we'll see. But if he's in the draft, we'll assume he is, right?
Assuming he is, I'm going to just take Moore because, I mean, the Jets are going to ruin him. And if he shouldn't come out just because he shouldn't Go to the
allow
Jets.
himself to have this happen to him.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then again, do you really want to be? Do you want to be Drew Aller or Garrett Nussmeier?
That's the potential.
Then again, I don't think he is those guys.
No, I don't. I think
he's
he'll actually
good.
I think he'll get better by being in college another year. I just don't know if it'll help his draft spot because of everything going on next year with quarterbacks. Like,
Yeah,
I think he will go higher in this draft
he
than he
might
would if
be
next year's.
3 if
Right.
he's behind Manning and Chambliss.
Chambliss, woo. We'll see. He's probably going to be in this draft.
I am sold after that playoff
I
game.
can't wait to watch the actual tape if he does have to. If they drag him kicking and screaming to the NFL, for God's sake, Jesus Christ, whatever. I don't want to talk about that at this point, but whatever. They're like suing people. Get out of here. Just go to the league, man. You're an adult. Go stop it.
This whole thing makes no sense.
I can't do it. I simply.
All right, yeah. Dante Moore.
What's his name? TJ Finley transfer or whatever the hell his deal is. I forget.
Yeah.
He's like an incarnate word now, started at whatever like Power 5 school or Power 4 school. What are we doing?
So dumb.
Anyway, we're going to take Dante Moore.
Yeah.
Up with the Cardinals. I think I'm playing the upside game at this pick if I can't move down. And I'm just taking Arvell Reese and having him do something for me. That's probably what I'm doing at this point without watching the defensive players yet. And I don't think I'm taking one of the receivers here at this point in time, as fun as it would be for whoever the quarterback is for this team. I'm probably just going to take a shot at the best defensive player potentially. So, and we're back to you, Jake, with the Titans. We all know what you want to do. We know what you want to do.
I do want to do it.
Yeah.
I'll go Carnell Tate.
Okay. Yeah.
We were just talking about them not having any receivers.
Yeah, you just have to, unfortunately. No matter whether you think he's worth the 4th pick or not, I think you kind of just in this draft. I think you just kind of have to do it because, like, unless you can secure a receiver in free agency or a trade, I just don't know. Now, if you told me maybe you could get Alec Pierce, which would be fun to take him from the Colts. Maybe
he would be fun to think about with the Titans
with Cam Ward throwing down the field. Might be fun. But yeah, if you can't, you have to do that. So, but we got the Giants, the New York Giants. Dalton, what are you doing with the New York Giants?
Yeah, this stuff. I'm probably moving down.
If you were gonna do, I think they should. By the way,
yeah.
If in this, depending on if Tate's there, maybe to pair with Neighbors would be a really fun combination with Dart. But in this situation, he's not. So.
But yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna take just because we have to force Jackson Dart to play in the pocket a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna take offensive line, and we're gonna take let me just double check. I'm going to go with not Fano. Who's the next guy down? Yeah, Lomu's the one that can kind of move. Or no, Maui no, yeah. And because has the versatility to play inside or outside depending on where they want to put him.
I thought that's where you might go, so I was making sure, though, before I picked him.
Yeah.
So. All right. Browns at 6. I think you have to take either a wide receiver or an offensive lineman. Tate's off the board here. Don't think I want to take another playmaker at this point, this early in the draft. So I will probably just go chalk and go Fano here. 6. They need offensive tackle help so desperately bad. He can at least start somewhere for them.
I can't wait to see how these mocks change once we actually watch the
yes, because we're doing things based on what we kind of are being told about this class in a lot of cases so far.
Correct.
We are doing interior offensive line for next show, just a reminder, because I want to start there and then see what the tackle class kind of looks like in comparison. But yeah, it should be interesting to see how we differ once we get to that point. That's going to be when the drafts. Obviously, the mocks get a lot more fun, but Jake, you are up here again with the Commanders. What will you have them do?
I'm kind of stuck between Ruben Bain and Jordan Tyson here.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I knew I'd go with
Of
out of
those two,
two.
yeah. Just based on what that defense looked like.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree there. I think I'm gonna go Ruben Bain.
Yeah.
I think if he falls that
You have to
far,
take him if he's there.
the Commanders.
The only
are thrilled.
downside to this is that the Saints didn't get the most Saints defensive end of all time in this situation if they wanted to. But that's okay. I think that they have other things. What are you doing here at the Saints then, Dalton?
So this is another team that like probably should move down. Just given like where the board's looking and what they really need. We're gonna go. I'm gonna have the Saints keep the LSU guy at home. I'm gonna have him go Mansour Delane. Yeah.
Corner. There we go. And unfortunately, you know what I'm doing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, it's gonna happen.
It is.
Oh.
It has been determined, Jake. It has been determined.
Yeah. Unless the Saints do the thing.
Yeah, unless the Saints do the thing, which Saints could do the thing.
Which would be
the Saints could
wild.
do the thing. They're like, you know what?
That would be a
we have
really
the
fun
Shuckinator.
pick.
We have to do it. They're gonna take a plane.
The Shuckinator.
The Shuckinator.
Honestly, Love would be perfect
he'd
for
be
them,
sick,
and
but also like the Genti problem pops up of like a better version of that, but it's still like, what are we doing? Like, anyway, Jake, you're up here with the Cincinnati Bengals, which you know so well, covering.
I would take any defender here.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, there's one staring
honestly,
in the face that's pretty sick, though.
Yeah, yeah. Can you go to just all defenders?
Yes. Yeah. Hold on.
It probably would be Caleb Downs anyway, but
they love Keldrick Falk over PFSN. I'll tell you that much. I don't know if I'm going to be there based on what I've heard, but you know, Peter Woods also makes a great Cincinnati Bengal probably because I think they could desperately need someone like him. But there's options here, but I mean,
I think I'm just going to go
for the Bengals. By the way, just throwing this out there, and not to steal your moment here, Jake. Just pick a good player and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's
like.
Yeah,
I don't care what the player. It just makes sure that
and maybe give him like the same rookie contract that every other.
Yeah, just make sure the rookie contract is normal.
I'm gonna go
instead. The Bengals draft Jordan Tyson.
Yeah, they'll draft Jordan Tyson. Yeah,
that would be hilarious.
Joe, we did it. Joe, we got you more receivers.
You have another receiver.
That's not what I said. No.
We got you.
Just what you wanted.
You got me an injury-prone receiver? What the? Yeah. He's like, he can play when the other receivers get hurt. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. Anyway. All that to say, what did you want to do, Jake?
Caleb Downs.
Yeah, Caleb Downs. It feels like he's going to be
just get somebody that's going to be good. And
he's probably going to be a Bengal just because they're going to remember, be like, oh, shit, guys, we had Jesse Bates, so we just didn't pay him for no fucking reason. What did we do that for? Let's try to fix that. Anyway, we got the Dolphins up here at 11 here.
All right. Oh man. The Dolphins here. It's hard to know like the vibe here just because we don't know who the head coach is going to be.
I will say with John Eric Sullivan being the GM from the Packers, he came over recently. They might adopt a lot of the Packers draft strategy, which is very much just like we need thresholds. We love our thresholds. So that might be something to keep in mind here a little bit.
I'm just gonna go with I mean the defense just stinks so much. Does Jermon McCoy meet their thresholds?
Imagine. I mean, he's a really well-built corner, and he's probably going to run pretty well if he's healthy. So I imagine he will.
Yeah, little. I mean, he's under 200 pounds, but I think it'll be okay.
He's taller corner though. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, 6
Yeah,
foot 193.
I think he would
So,
fit
yeah,
just fine. So we'll toss.
We'll
him.
go McCoy.
The Cowboys at 12. Now,
Oh, they're gonna nail
if
it.
I've ever seen an edge rusher for the Cowboys, it's Kelvin Falk. But I'm not going to do that because that's too on the nose. But I do think, realistically, actually, because they did bring in Quinton Williams and unfortunately Kenny Clark didn't really look very good as a Cowboy in his first year, which definitely hurts a little bit because he was kind of outside of obviously the picks, the prize there, if you want to say. I think Peter Woods might do some damage in that interior next to Quinton Williams if they pair them.
Yeah.
I think that might actually be also very much a Cowboys thing of like, let's take the very obviously good player, even if he isn't necessarily like the pick that everyone's thinking about. That's kind of where I go with them. So I think I'll take Woods here.
Yeah. Okay.
Elliott 13.
My Cowboys pick was the other really Cowboys thing to take.
That is true. But I have that lined up for my next pick if he gets there. So we'll see.
I like that.
What do you think here, Jake, with the Rams at 13?
I kind of don't really know what to do with the Rams.
Do you do the quarterback thing? Look at this quarterback board, guys. What the fuck? Jack Strand?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Wow.
I'm not gonna. I know this person. I'm not gonna say their name. Diego Bobby is down here. I'll tell you what. Right now, I would take Jalen Daniels over everyone I've seen on this list almost because I like him a little bit.
Oh, Cole Payton. I want to watch.
I gotta watch him because I've heard so much about him that I know what to do with it.
But North Dakota State is a Power 4 team playing an FCS.
It's the same problem with Bryce Lance, right? Where like I didn't watch the receiver rankings because Mike, should I even do it?
I did.
Will I gain anything from this?
I didn't. You can't. You get nothing out of it because literally the offense is Cole Payton runs around until the athletes get open, and then yeah.
I mean, there you go. I have a shout out for this one, potentially, Jake, because of an incoming decision they're gonna have to make with Rob Havenstein at tackle. Maybe they go like a Caleb Lomu here because of that potential.
Yeah, that would. I mean,
that's just a name that immediately stood out to me. So.
Offensive tackle was one of the first needs that came to mind for me,
especially two corners off the board already.
I almost do just want to take the QB though. Like, I don't know.
Here's my problem with that.
Film on Chambliss looks like.
Me too, but I'm also curious to me like. When should they quarterback? Because they have 2 first-round picks this year, but this is like the worst fucking year to have that situation. And Stafford looks unbelievable. So, like, when is he going to retire? When is he going to stop being the quarterback? I have no idea.
Every year it's like – I feel like every season now it's like, Stafford, it's the regular
it's over,
season
and then it's never over.
And then he's fine. But
yeah.
So I have no idea. Like, I kind of get that too, like taking one, but at this point, would you?
I almost think,
like, I almost would trade down though, or try to.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, yeah.
I think this is a little high, so I'll go tackle here. I think that's
okay. Yeah,
a little high for quarterback. We'll go Lomu.
Yeah. What do you have?
Be responsible.
Yeah, eat your beans. What do you think with the Ravens here?
This is tough because the defense is bad. Defense, but like I don't know why the defense is bad. It's really hard to figure out why.
No pass rush.
I mean, yeah, that's part of it. And do you think another first-round pick into a pass rusher?
That's the problem.
Yeah. Could use an actual ball winner at wide receiver that's not Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah. Which is kind of why I don't know. My wide receiver 2 is Surratt, but like I feel like they don't need him necessarily. I think I almost like more of a Tyson or a Boston, but it's a little early for those guys for me. Can you go just back to the best available?
Yep.
I think we're just gonna play it safe and take a good edge rusher. We're going to take David Bailey here.
All right. Yeah, I think that makes sense with the way their edge room looks right now. I think it's fair to just do that. And this is where Sonny Styles, ideally, if you're the Buccaneers, comes off the board and replaces Levante David. That was kind of what I was angling for. Okay. So thank you guys for playing ball with me on that one. So Jets up here, Jake. They've taken already Dante Moore, the quarterback. What do you do here? Do you give him a weapon? Do you attack the defense? How do you go about this one?
Yeah, I'm going to go Jordan Tyson here.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Just give him a weapon.
Pair with Garrett Wilson and insert third receiver name here.
Yeah.
We'll see. Lions at 17 here. Dalton, what do you think?
Man, this is another team where like the things they need aren't really there, but we're gonna go with little early, but I think I'm gonna like him a lot. Vega Ioane.
Yeah, from Penn State. He's a really good player from what I've seen. A really good pass protector in particular.
I just I was doing an AFC West mock the other day, and I mocked him to the Chargers.
Oh yeah,
he's the most hardball player ever.
Oh yeah, and he also can, like I said, pass protect, which God forbid. Hopefully, someone can on that team next year, especially if the tackles can.
Yeah. It turns out as soon as you take Mekhi Becton off the Eagles, he goes back to being Mekhi Becton.
Who would have known? Who would have known? Vikings, Jake. What do you got?
This is you, isn't it?
Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
What am I talking
I think
about?
it is.
I'm taking somebody for the Vikings. I got to get that figured out. What do I want to do with the Vikings? I wasn't thinking about the Vikings because I was thinking it was my pick. No. They're interesting because I honestly wonder if receivers in need because Jordan Addison is an idiot. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
He's legitimately stupid, unfortunately.
He is. I don't even. It was like, what was he even doing?
He was just like trespassing on like, some property like 3:30 in the morning.
It's like he trespassed into a building at 3 in the morning. Like, what are you doing? Like,
I don't know.
Go home.
The rumor I heard, and this could be completely wrong. I'm just saying.
His bail was like $500. Like, clearly, he didn't even do anything that serious. You're just like breaking the law to break the law.
Stupid. Apparently, he was. What I heard is that he was at a casino and then like just didn't leave when they told him to leave or something like that, which is really funny. Call the number, dude.
Yeah, at least he didn't do it during the season.
I guess, but
George
like
Pickens style.
Yeah. So like I'm kind of tempted to take a receiver just because like I don't know, maybe he's not going to be on the team very long. But no. Corner's still a need for them, but like I don't know if I like Terrell enough at this point from what I've heard about him to take him here. People like Colton Hood a lot, but that's early for me. This one's tough. I think I'm going to go Terrell the corner just because I think that might be the best move there. Now we're back to Jake with the Panthers, which that they somehow put up way better of a performance in the playoffs.
Yeah,
than the Steelers did.
Well, that's because they actually have like some like energy.
Oh, you're telling me? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's hard for me to not go edge here.
Yeah, they still need some help there. Keldrick Falk, TJ Parker up on this list. I think there's some guys on the board that might be better from what I've seen, but that's what we're working with.
Yeah. Right, I'm just going to go Falk here, I think.
I think this actually like I have to see with him. I worry that he's going to be the Michael Williams of this class for me.
Yeah, I haven't watched a ton of him. To be
me fair. Either, yeah. But I've just heard so much about him being just like a big old thumping edge that can't rush the passer. And I'm like, third round pick for me, buddy. No, we'll see. I don't know. Cowboys at 20, so you do get to pick for the Cowboys at some point, Dalton. So what do you pick?
Yeah. So at this point, corners have been picked over a little bit. This might be a reach. I mean, ultimately, with the Cowboys having 2 picks, I do think the move should be to, I think, package those picks to move up and get Jeremiah Love.
Oh, okay.
That should be. I mean, I know it's crazy for them to move up to like 7 or 8 to get Love, but like their biggest. I mean, you look at their depth chart right now. The biggest glaring hole is Jaden Blue as your starting running back.
Well, going in, they might bring back what's his face that just had a break, like re-broke out with them.
Carter or
no. Why am I losing? Hold on. I cannot believe I can't think of his name right now.
Javonte Williams. Sorry.
Yeah, Javonte Williams, because he was awesome.
Oh yeah,
But he's not a NFL starting running back. He's just not.
I mean, he was this year, and
For
he had a pretty
well
good
above
year this
average.
year.
Yeah.
for a little bit, and then he got hurt, which is what he always does.
Did he get hurt?
He's on IR right now, or he's
Oh,
listed on.
I don't think he got hurt at all, from what I remember. Let me pull him up, because I know he didn't play the last game. I don't think much, because they wanted to give some other guys some run. But let me see.
Maybe they just made up an injury.
Maybe I don't remember. Let me pull him up real quick.
He played most of the
year.
year.
He played 16 games, 1,200 yards, almost 5 yards
Yeah.
per attempt. Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, he looked like his old self, but he is still, he's going to be a free agent again, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Might not be able to retain him.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. You put
It's also Jeremiah
behind that offensive line. But no, given what's here, we're going Keith Abney here.
Right.
I when I watched him earlier in the year, I did have a second round grade on him. I'm curious what it'll be once I go back and watch him when we do corners.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, really sticky man corner that I think would pair really well with Ravel. But they need help at corner. I mean, looking at the rest of the roster right now, they got, Kalen Carson, not really a starting NFL corner. Neither is Trequaze Bridges. It's kind of up there. Deron Bland, you hope gets healthy and is good, but he's also he gets cooked for every highlight reel play he has. Yeah,
that's the problem with him. He's very much the Trayvon Diggs, which is ironic, of type of corner. I think he needs to play in the slot personally. That would be helpful for him. I think it would help. I'm up with my Steelers. Didn't plan that, but I'll
just do it.
Take it.
Just do it, Shane.
Yeah.
You know what you want to do.
Casey Concepcion, thank you. You can join my team. I appreciate it. That's what I would be doing. Chargers at 22, Jake. Do you help Justin Herbert because, God forbid, someone needs to? Or do you go for the defense and keep boosting that up? What do you think here?
No, we got to help Justin Herbert.
Now, how do you help him?
That's a good question.
Do you take Caden Proctor, make him a guard? Try to make Mekhi Becton 2.0, but good?
Oh, God, that's terrifying.
What a horrifying sense.
Well, here's the thing. If you take Caden Proctor and you play him,
I don't hate the idea of taking Proctor, though.
It could be if Mekhi Becton was good.
Yeah.
It could be.
But does Caden Proctor transition to guard?
I would have said no 5 years ago, but now every big motherfucker's playing guard, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? The answer is undetermined. That's just the first thing I thought of. I also could be wrong. Hell, give him more receivers. That'll definitely help. Why not? I don't know. Draft Ty Simpson. Give him a backup. I don't know. Who cares? Do something.
Give him a backup.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Get Trey Lance out of here. No, I was kidding.
At some point, Khalil Mack can't be your best edge. At some point, that eventually.
Well, Tuli Pelotu is really good, but he's not like a. I don't think he's a true edge most of the time. Is the problem. He's not like a true edge rusher in the normal sense. a lot of the time. But I would argue he's their best pass rusher. Maybe not their best like true edge, but
Yeah.
But they still need to find an answer past Khalil Mack too. Either way.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the direction you go potentially. What do we have at edge? TJ Parker might make sense. But a lot of people
I think I'm just gonna go with Proctor. I think
with Proctor. Right. I think there's a chance that could work.
You just
Mauling guard for John Harbaugh.
Justin Herbert cannot be taking as many sacks as he does. Like that it can't happen.
Yeah, and
I know he had 2 injured tackles like all year, but I mean, I don't know. That just can't happen.
All right.
All right. Who fell?
So we got Mekhi Lemon.
Oh yeah.
We got Kenyon Sadiq maybe, but I don't really think he fell necessarily. I don't know, is there anybody standing out that's like, holy shit, the Eagles would do? I mean, Mekhi Lemon probably. Ty Simpson to replace Jalen Hurts? No, I'm just kidding.
I do think Sadiq is interesting if apparently Goddard's not going to be back.
Maybe not.
But I don't know. I almost feel like at that point just re-sign Goddard. But AJ Brown is almost for sure getting traded. I feel like that situation is just untenable. Like, I mean, it's either you trade AJ Brown or have him fight Sirianni on the sidelines next year.
Or fire Sirianni for being not a real person. So
yeah.
I
don't think you fire Sirianni less than 2 years after winning Super Bowl.
Yeah, got to give him another year, and then you can fire him.
And I know you guys probably want Lemon here, but
he's just the one that stands out
outside.
On but on the outside, I agree. Yeah, you'd have to play him.
And if you're replacing AJ Brown with what's here, the guy I like here that I think can line up inside or outside, I'm taking Elijah Surratt here.
I knew it was coming. There he is.
I mean, if you actually get an offensive coordinator that's not Kevin Patullo,
which they will officially. There's someone else who call plays for them. So.
Yeah. Oh, the names I've been hearing have been interesting. If it's Cliff, it's going to be wild.
I will not speak.
What?
At 24. Oh my God. Unfortunately, I think until we watch the quarterbacks officially, you probably have to sneak Ty Simpson in here somewhere. And this might be the spot just to do it. Because
God, they would if they would draft Ty Simpson here, they really hate Shador.
A quarterback room of Simpson doing Gabriel Shador would be
so
something.
That would be. We were great in college.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, that would be something.
Kenyon Sadiq to run the 3 tight end offense. Might be better than anything else they have going on. No, I'm going to take Mekhi Lemon because they need playmakers, and he's a good one.
If you're going to figure out if you have anything in Shador, you have to draft somebody that can catch the ball, and that's actually going to try.
Yeah, and also if he is the quarterback anyway, you still need a playmaker for whoever the hell it is.
Yeah.
So, either way. Jake, you're up with the Bears.
Let's see. Kind of like McDonald here, Banks.
TJ Parker is their freaking edge rusher if I've ever seen one. I will say that.
Yeah.
I already know that Allen's like, give me that man. The only one who'll like more is Keldrick Falk probably, but that's besides the point.
I do like Parker a lot actually. I think I'll go Parker here.
Maybe.
I don't know what edge and interior.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Parker because I watched him a little bit last year just because I was curious because he was so productive for Clemson. I was like, this guy looks really good. And then now Clemson's bad again. I'm like, is that because is it just Clemson or is it him? Is he also bad? It's the Miles Murphy of it all. You know, it's like, is that what happened to Miles Murphy? Anyway, yeah, I think Parker makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Either way. Bills for you.
I am just running the card in for Denzel Boston.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? What is wrong with the Bills, bro?
Yeah, they legitimately might go to the Super Bowl this year with nobody for Josh Allen.
Legitimately zero viable outside receivers. It's really funny.
And Denzel Boston, you know, what his ceiling is at the next level, we're not sure, but he is a very good outside receiver that like a pure X receiver. This is what you want.
Yeah, he's like the definition of like that dude's an X, non-derogatory. Yeah. Like he's an X wide receiver through and through, and I think they need that desperately.
Yeah.
Niners, God, they need somebody. Hey, you know what I'm doing because of a certain thing that happened, just in case, and also for the future. Imagine this guy in that offense. Just play him whatever the hell you want. I don't care. You can play him wide receiver, maybe. That. Whatever the four you have, don't play. You can just play him at receiver.
It doesn't. I like it. And at some point, you know, is there anybody you're going to draft here that's going to fix everything that's wrong with the defense right now?
Nope.
No.
So your only hope is that everybody comes back and just stays healthy. That's what you got to look for.
Until then, just score more points than the other team.
Seems to be working out okay so far.
Yeah.
Then again, when you play the Eagles, you only have to score 20 points because for some reason that's all you need to do.
Because Kevin Basulo.
Yeah. I also think Jalen Hurts is kind of an NPC sometimes. But that's
yeah.
Anyway,
we're not allowed to talk about that.
We're not allowed to talk about it. You're right. It's not possible. It can't be his fault. It's not all his fault. Anyway, Texans. Jake, what do you got? Oh wait, no, this is me.
I want to go,
isn't it? Because didn't you just make the? No, I made the pick. Yeah. Never mind. I'm losing it. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
I kind of think it's got to be a line here, but not. Let's see.
How much do you like Connor Lew with the way those snaps were looking? Holy shit!
Yeah, yeah, that was it was. There was like 3 of those snaps in, which is ridiculous for a wild card game.
How are they still in the playoffs with how bad that offensive line
is? I honestly would have argued that both those
defense
teams
is so good
until the fourth quarter when they piled it on. I was going to make the argument that both these teams should be eliminated and they should bring one of the other teams back in the playoffs. Yeah. Like put the Jaguars back in the playoffs, make them play the Patriots instead.
Because like every other team that's gone far because of a great defense has also had pretty good offensive line play because that's how you play complementary football. But no,
the line it was decent in the
they
run.
Weren't bad.
They were opening holes. They just I think it was more CJ Stroud just like shitting down his leg for.
He literally, it's like he's never played football before. I have no idea what the hell. The fact that the Steelers had that happen to them and they still lost by 24 points is so bad.
Yeah,
I know they won the turnover battle like 3, or I guess
it was 3-2 by the end, I think, but still, it was 3-0 for the whole game until the fourth quarter. They were down by 1. Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, Texans. Could you just go back to all?
Yeah.
I'm not really loving any of these linemen, but I think I'm going to go with. Could you go back to tackles? Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
I'll make you jump all over the place. I think I'm just going to go Blake Miller here.
I've heard a lot of people like him, but I wonder if he's going to be an interior player.
I haven't really watched a ton of him but I don't know. Just go.
All right, you are up, Dalton. Is this the Ty Simpson spot?
This would not be a spot that I would hate Ty Simpson.
Yeah, but if I'm taking a quarterback here, I haven't watched past Moore yet, but I think I'd probably go Chambliss over Stafford. I think if you want a guy that you're going to sit behind Stafford for
Heck
a
yeah,
year,
with
you
it.
want the higher upside guy.
I like that.
Take Taylor Green then. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
I know
Little-
you would do it.
no,
You would
Carson
fucking do
Beck.
it.
But I do think if he goes in like the 4th round to the Eagles, I think
Oh yeah,
that's
Yeah.
terrifying.
yeah. I don't love that. You
He's
know what?
deep.
Screw it. Trade that shit. We're forcing you to come play for the Rams instead of.
I love it.
Elvis.
I love it.
Dude. You weirdo.
Yeah, you're gonna go make several million a year to sit behind Matt Stafford and learn from a Hall of Fame quarterback for 2 years.
Feels good. For the Patriots, man, they're a good team. I think best player
Are they?
available. Okay, let's watch them lose before we do this. All right.
I
Done.
watched them lose to the Raiders this year.
Okay, it was early. They lost to the Steelers too. All right. Look what look what the Steelers did. All right, leave them alone.
That was just the Raiders like classic week 1 to 2.
Yeah,
Stupid win.
bullshit. Ravens last year.
Yeah.
I don't think this team.
I know. We're gonna find out. So don't you worry. I'm gonna go Caden McDonald here to beef up the interior.
I like it.
Broncos and Seahawks to finish this out. So we got Jake here with the Broncos. I'm sure you love doing this.
Well, Ty Simpson here.
Yeah, Ty Simpson. God, I have no idea what to expect with the Broncos. By the way, with the playoffs, 0 idea.
There's no way this can keep working. There's no way.
Yeah, I hope the Bills just kind of erase them from existence so we don't have to talk about it until next year.
I would love that.
I'm sure you would, yeah. Raiders and Broncos won the same amount of playoff games.
You trust me, I'm going to say that.
Oh yeah, it's a great tweet. I'm giving them out for free.
That's how I feel about Chargers fans right
Imagine
now.
the who would have thought going into this year the AFC West might not win a single playoff game.
Damn,
As a division.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's crazy. I think we'll go Caleb Banks here. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. If it'll,
I'd like a receiver, but there's none that I really.
It took Colton Hood by accident because it flipped out on me.
Okay,
but
that's okay.
Yeah, but anyway, we know it'd be Caleb Banks. So now all that means is Dalton, you can't take him. That's the only thing you can't do is take Caleb Banks. I don't know if you would have anyway, but
the Seahawks.
Rare 2-team rookie.
Could this be Ty Simpson?
No, they already have an Alabama quarterback that's the backup. Dalton, you can't.
That's right. They have Miller, right?
Two of them, and Sam Darnold's on a 3-year deal, and he was good this year overall.
Yeah.
Give him a little bit of respect.
Sorry, we will go.
I just wants to get rid of every quarterback on every team.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we know what Sam Darnold's about to do this week.
I know what I'm listen, I'm just as worried about it as everyone else is. All right, I get it, but let's let him do it first, and then we can talk about it later.
Who's left at edge?
Yeah, let me go to edge if it'll work.
Because I think that's kind of where we're stuck looking right now. I think I don't mind Kenyatta Jackson here.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
just go with that.
All right. And there we have it. Okay, why is it telling me about David Bailey? David Bailey. All right. Huh. There we go. This is what we're looking at here. I think this one is not so bad. I do think the Jeremiah Love of it all is going to be that's going to be the one that is going to be the joke of this offseason for us. Is like, all right, who has pick number 9 in this situation? Guess what? You're taking Jeremiah Love. And until someone starts doing some goofy shit just to piss us off, be like, no, I'm taking him with the Brown 6. Screw you guys. But no.
I mean, he could go 7 or 8, or I think you could easily have him going to Washington or New Orleans, or have somebody trade up to either of those spots, because those are both probably teams that might be looking. I mean, the Saints especially, I think, are a team that might be looking to trade down.
Yeah.
Same with the Giants.
foul talent. Yeah.
I think a team's going to
All I'm
try. I
saying-
wouldn't be surprised if a team traded up to get Love.
All I'm saying is if the Commanders took it, like, stayed at 7 and took them, I think the race would explode. Like, watching that team last year, and you just took a running back 7th round who looks pretty good, and then you draft him, I'm pretty sure they would lose their minds. I'm not even saying that it's necessarily the worst idea in the world to do it, but I'm pretty sure they would, like, burn the stadium down with the way that last year draft a running back. Like, I don't know. Like,
But man, like you have
him and Jaden would be sick as hell. I'm not gonna
you
lie.
and Jaden Daniels together would be an issue, especially with the way Daniels can extend plays and find him in the back out of the backfield.
Yeah.
I'm just being like, what the fuck? Guys?
Yes, but you
Are
also
serious?
still don't have an offensive line or a defense.
Things to have
Yeah.
coming from the Raiders.
Yeah. Hey, the defense, given the fact that Spytech gutted the entire defense, didn't look too terrible by the end of the year.
That's true. Isn't it funny how defense sometimes it just kind of work?
Yeah.
Like the Bengals weren't that bad on just like of the season, but like we know how. Like,
And also, given the fact that they kept their defensive coordinator and then brought in a defensive-minded head coach that runs a completely different defense.
Yeah.
What's wrong
Yeah.
with the Raiders, man? Do you guys? I know this has been an eternal question.
I can't
but,
do
what's wrong
any
with
more.
them?
I can't
What's
do
wrong
any
with
more
them?
Raiders.
Why are they doing?
They're
I have
doing
no more take. I have no more take.
because
for the
Tom
Raiders.
Brady is the same type of owner as Michael Jordan and Derek Jeter.
Yeah, I guess because like you guys, unfortunately, like can't do anything right. Like even the things you did, where I'm like, that sounds good on paper. It turns out all of it was so bad because you guys did stupid shit around it. Like, oh yeah, bring in Pete Carroll to do like a soft like culture reset. Oh, but he made the offensive line coach's son, who's an idiot, and he hired Chip Kelly, who can't call plays apparently for some reason. Like, what is going on?
The problem is you can't overhaul the coaching staff, the front office, and the roster all at the same time and expect it to work.
Well, they did. They tried. So there you
Yeah,
go.
they try it every 3 years. Which this whole trend of like coaches and GMs being package deals needs to stop. We haven't talked about like all the like Black Monday really on any of our shows too much, but like Raheem Morris seems like the only reason he was fired is because they want to make that GM job more attractive.
Yeah, maybe Matt Ryan was like, I don't like him, get him out of here.
Yeah, but like, what else is he supposed to do when you dedicate all those resources into what in the aggregate equals one average quarterback between what you get from both from Cousins and Penix? Like in the aggregate, they might make up one average quarterback, and you invested $45 million in one and a top 10 draft pick in the other.
The same year.
The same year. What else is Moore supposed to do with the rest of that team?
I don't know. Apparently win more, which
And almost won the division.
Yeah, hey, keyword is almost.
Still almost won.
Man, who didn't almost win that division? I might have almost won that division. I didn't check. I'm not sure.
The Saints still didn't almost win that division.
Well, they honestly might have been the best team by the end of the year.
Yeah.
If you're talking about being a threat in the playoffs, they might have been the best team left by the end of the year. Chris Olave healthy might have been. They probably beat the Falcons and the Bucks get stomped by the Rams.
A team whose best offensive weapons by the end of the season might have been Alvin Kamara and
might have been with Olave out there.
I cannot believe Taysom Hill is still like a thing.
He'll be doing it for 10 more years.
I can't believe it.
10 more years of
it's really impressive.
They're gonna have to create like a 12 Days of Christmas version of Taysom Hill for like the Saints. They're gonna have to do that, like 12 more years of Taysom Hill. It's really incredible. Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but that'll do it for us this week. we'll be back with the interior offensive line next week specifically, which may or may not feature some guys who are technically tackles but are really not tackles because that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. There's some guys that certainly will be watching who will end up maybe on the tackle list somewhere but won't be specifically watched as tackles. Certainly one there's already off the top of my head from Iowa. Throw that one out there. Probably also Alabama, since we just talked about that in this mock draft potentially. Then again, apparently his best position might be wide receiver, which, all right, Alabama, whatever, dude. Also, real quick, this is something I haven't heard anyone talk about. What was going on when the Packers threw the ball to fucking backup tackle and he like fumbled it in the playoff game?
I still don't understand.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Jake? Did you see that?
I don't think.
So the Packers threw the ball to, I think it's Darian Kennard. Who if I'm not mistaken, was a tackle from Kentucky a few years ago.
Yeah, I don't know why you pull that play out there.
When I watched it happen, I honestly thought Jordan Love was just like trying to get rid of it, and he was like, "Oh, lineman," and just like.
No, that was
like
apparently
threw it
like
out.
a play, and like he fumbles, and somehow the Bears don't get the ball, and it ends up being okay. But
he trucks somebody on that run.
Yeah,
like
but he's a lineman, so
plowed somebody into the ground, ran like 5 more yards, and then fumbled like 20 yards down the field. Like
it was incredible.
Yeah,
not the time for a big man touch.
That was...
Yeah. Matt LaFleur still has a job currently, now, right?
Yes. Apparently they're trying to work on an extension, and they don't want to pay him actual money, which is funny, but we'll see.
Is this true that apparently he did not fly back to Wisconsin with the rest of the team? Is that true?
I wouldn't have. No, I don't know about that. I couldn't tell you. But
oh no, it's a parody account.
Oh, is it a parody account? Okay.
Yeah. Because their pinned tweet.
I can't wait to see what this is.
What?
The pinned tweet is breaking. This is from back in September. The Vikings' 2 male cheerleaders will not be allowed to enter Soldier Field on Monday night after the Bears expressed serious concerns. Ben Johnson believes that Minnesota is using the cheerleaders in an attempt to seduce.
Yeah, I knew where this was going as soon as you said male cheerleaders. Yep. There it is. And that's how we're going to end this show, folks.
Good night, everybody.
You have a good night, and go Bears.